Hello, everyone, and welcome. This is another episode of Battletech Alpha Strike with Aces. I am your host, Fohammer, and today this is going to be my Mercenary unit, Stormhammers, Contract 2, Track 3 of the Chahar Contract. So, sorry, it's been a while since I've uploaded a video. Got lots of things going on. As I've mentioned before, I'm participating in another Hinterlands League with some of the people from the AP Gaming Real Discord. So that's occupied a lot of my time, getting matches and stuff in there. But another thing I've been working on, as you can see in TTS, I've actually spent about like the last month or so creating a ton of new maps in Dynamis's Alpha Strike mod for Tabletop Simulator. So these are all actually based on map sheets in real life, and I've recreated these in Tabletop Simulator. Some of these were already out there, but they were kind of in like a different format and didn't really like mesh well together. You've probably seen some of them on previous videos where they kind of stood up from the table. And one thing that we were running into, not just here but also in my other Hinterlands League, is using those maps, although they are good, led to like a lot of repetition. We were getting a lot of approximating for different maps and kind of being like, oh, this is kind of like the map that we need. But in Hinterlands, I'm going to toggle back over to the book here. There's actually a whole chart full of a whole series of charts that are full of different tables that you can randomly roll on. I've recreated all of these map sheets in TTS. So there's like something like 53 unique maps here spread across 10 different tables. So yeah, I've basically spent a lot of time, putting these maps together. And a huge shout out for Dynamis for creating a lot of the hexes that I've been using to create these maps. That was kind of like a lot of work on his part, and also creating new one-off hexes that I found for different like sub levels and like weird things going on different maps. So yeah, it's been a lot of work, but this is really something I think will pay off quite a bit in not just this campaign and my other Hinterlands campaign, but anybody else using these maps in Alpha Strike. And at some point, I'm going to probably upload these as a separate workshop item in Steam. But for now, if you load up Dynamis's Alpha Strike mod here, and you go over here into maps, there's a bag here for Fohammer's Hinterlands maps. Just pull that out, and in here there's the 10 different tables that you can roll on. You just pull the bag out, and then all the different maps are in here for that terrain type. Eventually what I'm going to be doing is I will go back and create some of the other maps that aren't part of that table. So like there's like the Tukiyid map pack. I think there's like 6 or 8 maps in there which are unique to that. There's a couple more city ones that aren't on those tables. I'll probably go back and recreate like all of the old Solaris maps and stuff like that too. But yeah, I hope everyone enjoys this. If you want to use these maps in your games, feel free. Again, at some point I'll make a separate workshop item, but for now you can go into here and just pull them out. You don't even need to load the actual Alpha Strike add-on. You can just go to search, and then in here you should be able to find Fohammer's map pack somewhere in here. But yeah, so it's really easy to just pull those maps out and have them be used in your own games, your own Hinterlands campaign. So with that, I do have the track all set up here. So this is a recon mission that I had rolled previously for my Stormhammers group. So we're recon on defense with Central Park and Roundabout maps. This is track 3 of 4 for the month. So we'll have at least in the next month one more track, maybe 2, and that'll close out the contract at 6 tracks for the contract, because this particular campaign ends after 6 tracks have been played in a contract, regardless of how many months that actually takes to do. And I did roll for 4 tracks in the first month, so that's why we're doing so many this month. One thing that I did is since the last, you notice here, I did my combat pay for the last track, repaired and rearmed all of my mechs that participated, got paid out on salvage for the Panther, Cataphract, and Rifleman that I did not salvage. I also took the option to upgrade my Regent. This is a unique option that is part of the Chahar track, where instead of rolling on the table for what mechs can be purchased, it gives you the option that you can right here. Instead of rolling on the track or on the table here for this track, players who have accepted the Chahar Garrison contract may, instead of making a roll or purchasing a mech, may choose a non-extinct clan tech item to refit to the mech of their choice. In Alpha Strike, basically this means choose one unit to upgrade. If its long range damage value is less than its medium range value, add 1 to its long range damage value and 1 to its PV. Otherwise, add 2 to its overheat to a max of 4 and 1 to its PV. So obviously I took the option to give it a little bit of extra damage at long range. So that should help when trying to deal damage at longer ranges. But probably after this track, I'll roll again to see if I can get something else on the table here. The Phoenix Hawk 2 is 2C is kind of nice. There's a few other nice ones on here that I don't have already. Yeah, so track 3 of 4 this month. Again, it's a recon because I'd rolled a 1. And I did roll on the table here previously. So the default is urban for this planet type. So when I rolled on the table, I rolled a 1, I believe. They told me to use light industrial, and then rolling on here, I got the Central Park, a 3 and a 6, and roundabout for the light urban table. So as you can see, if I toggle back over to Tabletop Simulator here, these are the maps here. So again, it's kind of a bit more. There's, some open trees and, a little lake on this side. This side has the roundabout, which is like on top of like a small hill here. There's some other unique things, like there's roads that are supposed to be going into like underground parking level. So there's like a sub-level 1 stuff there, in addition to, different levels and things here, different size buildings. I also added a few unique touches here. You see there's like cars and stuff. So just kind of adds like a more detail to immersion. And another shout out to Dynamis for helping me get the collision right on these cars and stuff, because previously if you put a mech on top of them, it would fall over because it's not flat. But now we have it so that it has a very small collision box, so you can still put the mech in that hex and the cars won't cause it to fall over. But yeah, just lots of little details, kind of helps with the immersion and stuff. And same thing with these buildings up here. Just kind of added these like little domes on the top of them to kind of get some different variety, so they're not just all like flat on top. But it did create a problem where there was a collision box for this, and because it was kind of rounded on the top, the mech would go on top and then just kind of topple over. But now they sink down into the top there, so it's basically just kind of allowing more ease of gameplay instead of having to like put it to the side in the hex that it really isn't at. So if you've got a jumping mech, you can just put them right on that hex to simulate he's on top of that building. So with that, again, I'll toggle back over to Hinterlands here, just kind of go through the contract type. And again, this is a recon. So the goal here is I'm on defense, and the mercenaries that are working for the corporation are the attackers. They've picked their home edge as being the left side of the map, and I could pick any other home edge as my home edge. I just picked the side that's closest to me. Defender sets up anywhere on the battlefield, but at least 50% of my units have to be within 3 hexes or 6 inches in Alpha Strike from the center line of the play area or in the attacker's half of the play area. Objectives. The objectives are all attackers, but every one that I deny them, I get the points, 100 points for each of those. So the attackers need to scan at least half of my force. That's where they need to be within, I believe it's 2 hexes. Yeah, 2 hexes without active probe, or 4 hexes with active probe. And they basically need to survive the turn without firing, without active probe in order to scan one of my mechs. They need to scan half of them. They need to cripple or destroy at least 25% of my force, so 1 out of my 4 mechs, and escape with at least half of their units before turn 8. And again, every one of those that I deny, I get them 100 points. There's no salvage for this track, and it ends after turn 8. So with that, I think that's everything for pre-track setup. I am going to roll on the command complications here, and let me go back over to TTS. Now, because I have the shoot, I forgot the name of it. Integrated. Since I have the integrated command type, that basically means I'm taking a +3 on this roll here, so I'm almost guaranteed to have some type of command complication, and then I'll roll for the opposing force here as well. Oh, just a quick summary. Because this force, the opposing force, is under the scale 2 limit, they have a significant amount of BSP that they can use. They went with high density landmines, 2 heavy air covers, light air cover, a long-time artillery, and then a light strike to round it out. I'm also under the cap as well. I can't get to the 200 cap, so I'm basically at max battlefield support for the scale. So I have 15 points, I think. Yeah, so I went with a strafing, a light strike, heavy strike, a light air cover, and 2 heavy air covers for my BSP. So let me roll 1d6 here. I'll just roll this one and see what we get for command complications. Again, this is a +3. So 5, that'll be 8, which I think is a roll again on here. Let me toggle back over so you all can see this. Let's see, 8. Roll twice and apply both effects. Do not re-roll no complication. Re-roll any other duplicate effects. So there is a chance here that I... actually, there is no chance that I get... so basically, I'm guaranteed at least 1 complication, maybe 2, because I have to apply both effects here. So let me re-roll again. Or 5, that's another 8. Okay, so let me roll again. 5. So 5 is one of Trailshire's many warehouses have been raided. Your opponent gains a Demolisher battlefield support asset in addition to their force. Okay, and I do have that on the field already because just in case I did roll that, I wanted to make sure I had the Demolisher ready to go. So now I got to roll one more time to see if I get another result here. 4 plus 3 is going to be a 7. So 7, oh, this is an interesting one. Certain buildings are booby-trapped to explode if the unit gets too close or lingers too long near it. During setup, your opponent may choose 8 building hexes that are booby-trapped. During the end phase, determine the number of enemy units within 1 hex of the building. If there is at least 1 unit, roll 2d6. On a result of 9, the building explodes, causing 20 points of damage to units in the same hex and 10 points damage to adjacent units. Damage is applied for blah blah blah. On Alpha Strike, it means that damage is as per a HE bomb, page 183 of Alpha Strike. So let me go over here because we'll have to keep track of this. So page 183 for HE bomb, high explosive bomb. High explosive bomb deals 2 points of damage to all ground units covered by the 2-inch template. So basically, you would deal 2 damage to all of the surrounding hexes from where it goes off. So they get 8 buildings, was it? May choose 8 building hexes that are booby trapped. All right. So, knowing that, let me switch back over to TTS here. So, here's their demolisher. So, I'll bring the tank down here. Let me unlock this. Move over here. Oops. There's no line. That's fine. All right. Since I'm thinking about it, let me go ahead and do the shuffle the Alpha Strike cards. So it's a sniper, skirmisher, another sniper. I'm treating the missile boats as sniper since they're effectively. Oh, I got the snap to grid and stuff on here. That's why it's being weird. Snap grid. There we go. But I'm basically treating the missile boats as snipers for approximation. Hopefully, the final Alpha Strike, the first box set at least, should be out. Well, at least it sounds like rumor has it that it might be at Gen Con, but it's going to be kind of a close call that it'll probably be like a last minute decision of if it's there or not. I am going to Gen Con, so hopefully I'll be able to pick up a box if it's there. Battletech Gothic is also supposed to be at Gen Con as well. So lots of big stuff happening for Battletech in the next month or so. All right, so with that, let me just make actually, instead of doing that, I think I can just get a bubble marker here. 2-inch. Yep. So I'm actually going to make this a little bit bigger. Just so we know that it encompasses all of those hexes there. So basically 7 hexes. The surrounding the hex that it's in is where the bomb is, and then the 6 surrounding hexes. So a total of 7 hexes there, and they can get 8 of these. So let me just make copy. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh man, so this is big. And they can pick 8 of them. So knowing that, I think they'll probably try to mine a lot on this side of the map. So if this works right, it's going to be on top of the building, but at least that's a reference point so we know where it's mined at. It's crazy. For absolutely crazy. It's basically, I gotta stay away from all these hexes now. Actually, I think maybe a little too. Oop, we'll just put it there instead. Okay. As you can see, this is where I had them put the high density mines. This is done before deployment, so it was kind of I was kind of thinking about what I would do. I tried to deny area asset, but then I just decided that I would just deploy on this side. It kind of makes them harder to go around. But it is what it is. We'll see how the Aces deck handles that. That's command complications. Oh, they need to roll for command complications as well. So I'm going to go over here. 1d6, no modifier. Oops, hanging in the air. 4. So a 4 is you've been ordered to take part in early morning in a surprise early morning operation due to fatigue, running, flanking. MP is reduced by 1 for all of your units for 3 turns. For Alpha Strike, it's -2 movement to all units for 3 turns. All units for 3 turns have a -2 movement. Okay, that's big for them. Let me go over here, and I'm going to add a card. Objects, components. Oops. Okay, and 4 -2 MV for 3 turns. There. So we just got a reminder over here. We'll just have to remember that. And I think that's it. So now we'll just start rolling for initiative. Oh, jeez. Snake Eyes. The great way to start. Oh, versus a 4. I don't think it really matters for this turn, so I'm not going to... I was debating whether or not I wanted to use my tactical genius that I have on my commander as part of the formation to be able to re-roll that. I don't think it's a big deal for this first turn. I think I'd rather save it. So we'll go ahead and let it stand. Oh, by the way, another shout out to Dynamis for getting a lot of these new features in his mod working. So you notice there's different bars above the mechs here for their armor and structure. That's based on the spawner that's over here. So you can spawn a bunch of different mechs. You can spawn the cards. And you can also add, if you notice on the, there's some shortcuts over here. Basically, you put like numpad 1, 2, 3, 4 for different movement modifiers, and it'll put that those dice onto the mech. So here, I'll just go over here. I'll do a 1. See how the die comes over and adds it there. You can also do things like damage. So if I hit number 6, it shoots a little die out, but it'll actually damage the mech here. Adds a, takes away from the armor structure, whatever's left. 5 will add a heat token, and it actually factors it into its different states. So if you have like enough heat, it'll affect its TMM and its movement, things like that. So it's really cool how Dynamis was able to get all this working and makes the gameplay a lot easier. So you're actually focusing on the mechs more, and actually I'll turn on the picture-in-picture here. So when you hover over one of the mechs, it'll show the stats for that mech that you're hovering over. So yeah, this way you're just focused on the board a lot more. You don't have to go back and look at your stuff as much. I also changed the names here just so that I have like Tactical Genius, Bloodstalker, and Combat Intuition for the names of my mechs, just as a reminder. It doesn't do things like, custom stuff yet. So if you notice over here, I had to put the 3 to 4 for the region, because I did take that upgrade. But yeah, it's really cool. Again, shout out to Dynamis getting all that stuff working and really making this much faster experience for doing these games. So with that, turn one, I've already got the turn counter going. So I lost initiative, so I'll go first. And then, just so I'm clear, I think I'm going to start doing front loading initiative. I know technically that isn't what it says in the rule book, but some of the people I play with are like it's easier to front load the initiative than it is to try to do it on the back end. So since they have seven units here, there's six plus the demolisher that they got. I'll move one, they move two, and we'll go back like that, back and forth until it evens out. So with that, I think I'm going to move my regent first. He can move 3 hexes. So I got to get him out of range of these. I was going to try to use these buildings for cover, but now that they got these explosives in them, I don't want to stay near them. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3 to there and add a walking die. All right. Now they have to move 2. So let me flip their cards over here and we'll see who is going first. 243 is probably going to be the lowest. So, yep. Or actually, no. 236 is the lowest. The tank goes first. And I do have the Griffin. Their skill 3 pilot is marked in red. That's their commander. Because if he goes down, they take a -2 penalty to initiative. So, movement phase, Demolisher. Again, sniper ground if, because he can't jump. Any enemies within 12 to 18 from mine, you can't do that. Ground to highest elevation. Forward to most allies in line of sight facing most enemies. So I don't think he can get to a spot where he can shoot on anyone this turn, but he's going to try to get to the highest elevation that he can. So he can move 3 hexes, basically, 2 per hex. Gosh, the only problem going this way is he's going to be limited. I was thinking about maybe going up this way, but he's not going to be able to do that. Oh, let me change my color here just so. I didn't realize I didn't have the color on. Because sometimes stuff will show up weird if you don't have a color. But I think he's just going to come on, and I think he's going to try to go up this way instead. Because otherwise, if he goes this way, he's going to have to maneuver around the mines and not really have a good sniper shot. So I think he's going to come on here, and he's going to go 1, 2, 3 to there. And another movement die. And then next will be the Griffin. And ground to 24 inches from nearest enemies, 12 hexes. And he can move 5 hexes with a jump. But again, you can't jump onto the board. Him also being a sniper, I think he's going to do something similar. Try to get over this way towards the higher elevation. So he's going to come onto the board here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That'll at least give him some cover. All right. Now it's 3 to 5. So I think I'll move 1 again. They move 2. I think I got to get this Crusader away from these buildings too. It sucks because I was going to try to make them come to me, but now I either have to move farther back or I have to move up, and I think I'd rather move up to start to engage. Even though the goal for them is recon, I don't want to stay here, and at least I think with the buildings I'll have more maneuverability if I can get to like this side and start to use the buildings for cover instead of using the trees and stuff. But move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. It's another walking movement die. And who's next for the OpFor? I think it's going to be this one, the Scorpion 387. Ground to woods cover from most enemies. Ground to line of sight with lowest health. Again, coming onto the board, he's not going to be able to do much. And yeah, I don't have a model for the Scorpion here, so I just had to use like a generic one. Unfortunately, they don't have any 4-leg mechs. Let's see. He can do 8 hexes of movement. Let's see. Where do I want him to come on at? I think he's just going to try to stay here and support these guys. So he's going to come on, go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And face that way. There's another ground movement. And then next will be probably the Bushwhacker. If lowest health enemy has not yet moved, woods cover for most enemies. Lowest health is going to be the Star Slayer. I think he's going to try to come in this way and try to maybe flank. So he's going to come on here. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to there. And another walking die. Alright, so now it's 3 to 2. So again, I'll do 1, they do 2, then 1, 1. Okay, Star Slayer has a jump of 10 inches, 5 hexes. Don't think you can get to a spot where you can fire on anyone. So I think I'm just going to have him move up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to there because he can't really get into cover. Man, these buildings, these mined buildings are really messing me up. Alright, and then next, actually I'm just going to flip these over so I remember who has moved. Next is going to be the Assassin. And again, he's going to be moving onto the board here. So 7 hexes of movement. Can't quite get into cover. You can go this way though. So you're gonna come on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So at least he'll have cover from the roundabout here. Another movement die. And then next will be the Wolfhound. Sniper, so yeah, he's just going to come onto the board and try to get into a position where you can snipe. Does not have jump jets. Okay, I think he's going to come on here. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I have to move my Crusader. Two, three, four. If I move them here, 1, 2, 3, 4, it won't set off the mines because it's not in the neighboring hex. I guess technically I could risk it because it is, if I go back to the, it's a 2d6 and on a 9 plus, but I just don't want to risk it this early. Okay. Last is the mongoose, and just coming onto the board, scout I'm treating as like a striker, so eventually he's going to want to get to the ground towards lowest enemy. He's got 10 hexes he can move. Okay. I think he's going to actually just try to get around and maybe flank the next turn. So he's going to come on here. He's got 10 hexes that he can run. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to there. Oops. Uh-oh. Come on. There we go. Let's change his facing. All right. That's movement. Firing phase. So first is BSP. This is something that I talked about with the other members of my Hinterlands League, and that there is no rule about not being able to use more than one BSP per turn. So going forward, I'm going to just use that as that you can use as many as you want. I probably won't most times unless, I get lucky. But so since I lost initiative, I'll go first. Oh, you know what? I forgot. I totally forgot. -2 movement for 3 turns. I forgot about that. So actually, I'm going to take all these guys, and just for simplicity's sake, I'm going to move them all back 1. I forgot about that. Yeah, sometimes, especially when you factor in command complications and other things like different formation rules and other things like that, there could be a lot to remember sometimes in Battletech, even though Alpha Strike makes it a bit easier, especially for larger formations. But for BSP, I lost, so I'll go first. Is there anyone that I want to target? Let's see. I think I'm going to try to do my strafing onto the Wolfhound and the Assassin. So that is a 7+ for each of them. Do they have anything to defend with? Yes, they do. They have heavy air cover. So defend against strafing for them is a 6+. So they'll try to defend 6+. Oh, they did not get it. All right. So heavy air cover is gone for them. And this goes in a line basically for 5 hexes. So I'll just say it's like going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that. So it'll catch both of these in it, but I have to roll it for each of them. So first we'll start with the Wolfhound, and it'll do 2 damage if it hits. Looking for a 7+. Got it. All right, 2 damage to the Wolfhound. And then I'll roll for the Assassin. Looking for 7+. Nope, missed. All right. So that is my strafing done. I don't think I want to use anything else right now. Do they want to use anything? Long Tom and Light Strike. Well, for the Long Tom, there's not a spot where more than one mech can be hit with the most damage value. So I don't think they're going to use it right now. And it's probably not worth using the Light Strike for 1 point of damage when everyone's at full. If there was a chance it could have damaged structure, then maybe I think they would use it. But all right. Firing phase. I don't think anyone can see anyone else because there's level 2 hills and buildings in the way. Oh, actually, wait. Yeah, these guys might be able to see each other. Can the assassin and the Star Slayer see each other? Oh, it does go through this hex here, and that is a building hex. So even though I have the design here, kind of have a curve, that does count as that full hex being the thing. So yeah, they wouldn't be able to see each other based on that because the height of the building and it basically going all the way out to here. So, yep, we'll say no that they can't see each other. So no firing this turn. We'll go to turn 2. Let's put all of the cards back. So a sniper, skirmisher, striker, sniper, 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 and then this one is a treating it as a striker. All right, mix it up. Skirmisher, sniper, 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 and then striker and striker. And I'll just flip these over now. Okay, turn 2. Let's roll for initiative. Geez, 4. I'm not doing great here with initiative. And they got a 6. I think this time I'll use my commander's tactical genius. So I'll re-roll this and looking to beat a 6. Worth it. All right, got an 11. So they will go first. And 243, 212. All right, so it's going to be the Scorpion going first. So if first, sprint to 42 inches or from all enemies and fewest enemies in line of sight. Whoops. Minimum 0. So basically he's going to sprint away. I think what he's going to do is he's going to try to get up here. If he can. So he's got 8 hexes of movement. So it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, he's got enough to get there. Oh, I should have cleared all TMM. That's another really handy thing is clicking the clear all TMM button up here. As you see, it gets rid of all the movement dice. So it's very easy to set up the next turn so you know who's moved and who hasn't. So 8 hexes. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3 for elevation change, 4, 5 for elevation change, 6, 7, 8. He's going to basically hide behind this building here, and I'll change his facing so he's kind of facing that way. These guys aren't exactly... There we go. All right, so that's 1, and they'll move another one then. So I think it's going to be the Demolisher again. Ground to 24 inches or 12 hexes from nearest enemy. Again, with only 3 hexes he can move, he can't do a whole hell of a lot. But he's just going to go 1, 2, 3. Actually, you know what? He's probably going to go 1, 2, 3 to try to get into some cover there. All right. I move 2. I move 1. Who do I want to move first? I'm going to move my Crusader up 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. Next, 387. I think that's going to be next. Yep. So next will be the Wolfhound. And ground to woods cover from most enemies. Ground to line of sight with enemy with lowest health. So it's basically going to go after the Star Slayer. And he's got... Oh, you know what? I'm forgetting again. Move these guys back a hex. I keep forgetting. They have 1 less movement for the early morning training exercise that they did. So he can move 5 hexes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is as far as he can get. And next will be the Assassin. Sprint if no enemies within 12 hexes to where fewest enemies in line of sight. Ground towards highest TMM enemy. Well, he's going to move towards, I think, the Star Slayer as well, because he's going to have the highest TMM. Where's the Assassin? Right here. And he can move 6 hexes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They could go 6 into there. Okay. Now next would be, actually that would be it, because yeah, that's, I already moved 2 this turn for them. So I think next I'll move the Star Slayer. It can jump 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I'll face this way. It's probably a dangerous thing to do, but hopefully his TMM will help him out there, and his short range to the Assassin. All right. Now they've got 3 left to move. I have 2 left to move, so they'll do 2. I'll move 1. They move 1. I move 1. So next is going to be the Griffin. There's no enemies within line of sight, so I think he's going to do fewest enemies within line of sight. So yeah, I think he's going to jump, and he can jump 8 inches or 4 hexes. I think he's going to go 1, 2, 3, OpFor to there. And next will be the mongoose. Towards lowest health enemy. Well, lowest health is going to be a Star Slayer, but he's kind of on the wrong side of the map for that. So toward fewest enemies in line of sight. And he can move 18 inches, so 9 hexes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh man, if he goes there, he's going to get destroyed. Hmm. I think what he's going to do is he's going to go this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I did just check the rules too. They don't set off their own mines, but I think this is a good thing to do. Actually, he would go here instead because he would want to be able to fire on the Crusader. My problem is the Crusader can fire back. Actually, you know what? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He was right here, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, because I think what he would want to do. I'm forgetting playing the objective here. He has to get within 2 hexes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, actually, he could get there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to there. So he should be able to scan the Crusader. The only problem is the Crusader is going to be able to fire back, but yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. See if he survives that engagement. Yeah, with these recon missions, you're basically sacrificing some of your lighter mechs to be able to try to scan, and sometimes they survive, sometimes they don't. Okay, that's the mongoose. So now it's 1, 1, 1. So next, I think I'll move my Crusader, or not my Crusader, my Banshee around. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. I don't think he can fire on the assassin, but he could at least fire on the wolfhound and maybe the bushwhacker, depending on where he moves. Alright, so last for the OpFor is the bushwhacker. Highest movement enemy is not yet moved into its cover, so ground towards highest movement value enemy, which I think is going to be the Star Slayer again. Yep, everyone is picking on the Star Slayer, and he has got to get the hell out of here. So normally it's 5 hexes, but reduced by 1 because of the command complications. So for 1, 2, 3, 4 to there, I think. I'll face him this way. Alright, now I gotta move my last one, which is my Regent. I think he's just gonna go 1, 2, 3 to there. Alright. Shooty shoot time. So first, battlefield support. They lost, so they'll go first. They want to use light strike or long tom. Actually, if they drop the long tom right here, it could hit both the Banshee and the Star Slayer. So I think that's what they would try to do. So long tom is target number of 9. Oops. I don't know why. I clicked the 9 because I'm looking for 9s, but it's only one set of dice, not 9 sets of dice. Uh-oh. Oh, and they got it. Crap. All right. So long tom is going to be 3 damage to the surrounding hexes, and then 1 to all the ones beyond that. So actually, would so it hits here. 1, 2. So it does all those 6 hexes around, and then 1 damage to all the surrounding. Okay, so it just barely missed the assassin, but it is going to do 3 damage to my assassin and the Banshee here. Okay. Not great for the Star Slayer. He's probably going to have to peel back here if he takes much more damage. That was half his armor right there. Do I have anything I want to use? Maybe. Maybe use Heavy Strike, 2 damage. Who do I want to use it on? I think I'll try to drop it onto the Wolfhound. Do they have anything that they can defend with? Yes. Heavy air cover. Heavy Strike is a 5 for them to defend with. So they're looking for a 5 plus to be able to block it. Oh, and he missed it. Alright, now I am looking for a, 6 plus to hit. Oh, got it. Yep. So 6 plus on the Heavy Strike, that's 2 damage to the Wolfhound. That strips his armor. Alright. Do I want to use anything else? No, because well, I could damage structure, but anything will damage structure. I think I'll save it. All right, shooty shoot time. So they lost. So the Demolisher cannot see anyone. We'll have the Griffin try to fire onto the Regent. I think it'll be the easier shot. So he's skill 3, 4-5 for jumping. It's going to be medium range, so 6-7 for range, 8 for TMM. Double check that. 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. So 2 dice at medium range, hitting on 8s. Not great. We'll see what they get. Oh, they got 1. All right. Oh, actually, I'm not doing this right. I assumed he would fire on the... I gotta check the Alpha Strike cards. Can destroy, highest TMM, no cover, was health nearest. Yeah, so he would have targeted the Regent anyway, because he was technically closer. All right, Scorpion. Do next. Scorpion, again, would also fire on to the Regent, I think, just because he's got no cover and he's closest and highest threat. So, Scorpion is skill 4 pilot. 5, 6 for range. 7 for TMM. And 2 dice. Hitting on 7s. Oh, and you got both of them. Okay. Not great for the Regent here. Alright. Flip over a Scorpion card. flip over the Demolisher too, because he can't fire. Who's left? Just these three up here. So I guess we'll just start with the Wolfhound. Lowest health, lowest TMM, range near. So yeah, he'll fire onto the Star Slayer. Skill 4. 5-6 for range. 7-8-9 for TMM. Medium range is 3 dice, hitting on 10s. Oh my god, 2 criticals? Are you kidding? Everything hit? Oh my god. Wow. Oh, and actually, I think I did that wrong. I think I said 10s, but it should have been 9s that he was hitting on. I think 4, 5, 6 for range, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 9s. But anyway, regardless, oh god, that was crazy. And he's got 2 criticals to roll here. Okay, so let me do the armor first. 1, 2, 3, and 2 criticals. First one, 7 is MP hit. So I'm gonna take one of these guys over here. This is another nice thing about these tokens that Dynamis added. Just drop them onto here. It adds the stuff in there accordingly. And then one more critical. God. So screwed. Oh my god. That's an engine hit. A 3 is an engine hit. Jeez. Alright. It's not fatal because he could take 2 engine hits, but it means he's going to be generating heat every time he fires. God, that sucks. That doesn't take effect till after this turn, though. Oh, shit. You know what? I should have used my combat intuition for my Banshee, but that's okay. God, it sucks. Alright, Wolfhound. Bushwhacker, jeez, is also going to fire onto the Star Slayer, I think. Let me just double check. Highest movement can destroy, highest threat. Yeah. It's going to be firing onto the Star Slayer. So skill 4, 1, 2, it's still medium range. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Also 9s to hit, and 3 sets of dice. Looking for 9s. Ooh, I lucked out. None hits. Alright. That's the Bushwhacker. We'll just do the Assassin because he's over here too. So he's going to also fire onto the Star Slayer, I think. Highest TMM can destroy. Yep. I don't think he can destroy him. Yeah, but... Alright, so he's skill 4. Short range, so no modifier. 4, 5, 6, 7 for TMM. So 1 set of dice. And what did I say it was? 7? 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. 1 set of dice, looking for 7s. Nope, missed. Whew, really lucked out there. Okay. Last then is the Mongoose, but the Mongoose is not going to fire because he's playing the objective. He's trying to scan the Crusader. So he can't fire this turn and scan. So, alright. Star Slayer. Well, he can't destroy any of these. Well, he could destroy the Wolfhound, but I think I'd rather have the Banshee fire on the Wolfhound because he can't see the Assassin. I don't know. Can he see the Assassin? see, center to center. Does go through that hex. But I think it would... Yeah, that's probably going to be 2/3 cover, so we'll say you can't see him. Alright, Star Slayer firing on to the assassins. That's skill 4. 5, 6 for jumping. 7, 8, 9 for TMM. Nothing for range, because it's short range. Double check math. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep. And at short range, that's 3. You know what? He's going to overheat 2. So he'll do 5 sets of dice looking for 9s. Five. Looking for 9s. Oh, got 2 of them. No crits, though. A couple missed by just 1. Alright. So that's going to be 2 damage. And then he's going to get 2 overheat, which I think is 5 on the numpad. 1, 2. Alright. Next, we'll fire with the Banshee. I think the Banshee is going to fire onto the Wolfhound. So it's going to be skill 3, 4, 5 for range, 6, 7 for TMM. No other modifiers. So 7 at medium range is 4. I don't think he'll overheat. 7's pretty good, and he just needs 2 hits to get him under force withdrawal. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. So we'll do 4 sets of dice hitting on 7s. And got 3 of them. So that is enough to destroy him. Go over here. And get bag of effects. Where is less smoke? No. Alright, Wolfhound is destroyed. And don't need that sniper anymore, so I'll take that off of there. Alright, next. Don't think the Regent can see the Mongoose just because of the building blocking the way. It's going to be 2/3 cover, which blocks line of sight. So I think instead he'll try to fire onto the Griffin. So he's skill 2. Medium range is 4. 5, 6, 7 for TMM. And at medium range it's 3 dice hitting on 7s. Or did I say 3 dice? 6 dice hitting on 7s. 6 dice hitting on 7s. Got 5 of them, all but 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was really good. Okay. Now, last to shoot will be the Crusader firing on to the Mongoose. He does have Bloodstalker, so that'll give him a -1 on the to hit for the Mongoose. So skill 4, 3 for Bloodstalker, nothing for range. TMM is 7, and short range is 4 dice. I think I'll do the overheat too, just so I can have extra shots at destroying the Mongoose, because otherwise if I don't destroy him, he'll scan, and that'll be part of their, or that'll be one of the scans that they need to win complete. So it'll be 6 dice looking for 7s. 4 hits. So that will be enough to put him under force withdrawal, but it's not going to be enough to destroy him. So 4 hit. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops. And then I have to roll a critical. Let's see what we get here. 10. Which is a fire control hit. Where's fire control? There it is. Okay. But that does mean the Mongoose is going to survive. So they are going to get one of the 2 mechs they need to scan. Let me just double check that. I think it's 2 mechs to scan, I'm pretty sure. Successfully scan at least 50% of the opponent's force. Yep, so that's half. So that'll be 2 units that they'll have to scan in mine. So they did get half of that, but they got to still scan 1 more. And the Mongoose can't do it because he's under force withdrawal now. So, all right, that'll be the end of turn 2. So turn 3, let me clear the cards off here. Sniper, skirmisher, yeah, skirmisher. Oops. Sniper, sniper, and then striker. Sniper. And then last one is skirmisher. All right, we'll roll for initiative now. It's turn 3, so this is the last turn that they'll have the the command complications in effect. All right, they got a 3, and I cannot use the tactical genius if I roll bad. All right, 9, so we're good there. They lost initiative, so they have 5 units to my 4 left. So we'll do 2, 1. And then I think 2, 1. Yep, something like that. So 236. So the Scorpion's going to go first. If first, 15 hexes and line of sight to most enemies, woods cover for most enemies. All right. So Scorpion is going first. And he's got 7 hexes he can move. I don't think he's going to move up this way because that'll get him into the mines. You don't want to roll for that. problem is he's not going to be able to fire on anyone, I don't think. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to there. Okay, and next I think will be the Demolisher. Yep, Demolisher next. Man, this guy is never going to get in the fight. Yeah, there's just not a lot he can do. He's just so slow. And especially with that movement penalty, he can only move 2 hexes. So he's going to go 1, 2 there. That's about all he can do. Okay, now I gotta move 1. And I am definitely getting this Star Slayer out of the way. Thankfully, his jumping is not impacted by the movement penalty or the overheat, so he's just going to go 1, 2. It's the fastest way he can get out of here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, anything else I think would land him on the building. I think he's just going to go 1. Goes over there, he could still be fired on. Yeah, I think he's going to go this way. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Next, for the OpFor, is going to be the Bushwhacker. Bushwhacker is going to, if lowest health enemy is not yet moved into woods cover, so he has moved. So ground towards lowest health enemy. So he's going to try to go after the Star Slayer still. And the Bushwhacker has 8. So he's got 4 hexes he can move. 1, 2, 3, 4. If he moves here, he can't see him. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh shit. If he goes 1, 2, 3, 4 to here. No, I don't think he can get into a spot where you can see him. Because even if he goes here, this hex is blocking 2/3 cover. So, yep. And if the Star Slayer was in either one of these hexes, then he could see him. But this building being on the same range, even though he's 1 hex back, it's not enough to be able to get past the 2/3 cover. Okay. So based on that, and he doesn't have enough movement to get to anywhere else where he could still fire on the Star Slayer. Let me double check the card here, see what else he would do. Ground towards fewest enemies in line of sight. Yeah, that would be the next thing that he would do, and try to stay in cover. So, yeah, I think he would just tuck in here. Because you could fire onto the Banshee depending on where he moves. Okay. They've got 1 more to move, I think. Next would be the Mongoose, and the Mongoose is just going to fall back. They have the fire control hit. but he's got to use his full movement to get back, and he's at an 8 hex movement. No, 9 hex. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. To there, we'll just face this way. All right. So now they've got 2, I've got 2. So we'll just do, well, after this I'll have 2, but, Banshee or Crusader can move 1, 2. Yeah, I think the Crusader is gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. Okay. So I've got 2 left to move. They've got 2 left, so we'll just go 1 and 1. Next will be the Griffin. So stand still if no enemies within 6 hexes and at least 1 enemy in line of sight. Is he within his 6 hexes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, he is. So ground to line of sight with enemies close health. What's covered from most enemies. So I think actually what he's going to do he's going to jump down here, I think. He's got 4 he can go. 1, 2, 3. Because then he can fire onto the lowest health that he can see, which would be the Crusader. Alright. The problem here now is I can't... Regent's in a tough spot, because now he can't see anyone. If he goes over here, he's going to end up triggering those mines, or not triggering, but I'd have to roll for it. Let's see, how far can he go if he sprints? Was it 1.5? He can move 9 inches, which is like 4 hexes if he sprints. The problem is he doesn't have enough movement that he can get over the level 2 there. Yeah, I think all I can do is just go 1, 2, 3 and tuck into there. But the problem is with the hex, the building occupying this hex, and then that hex there, he can't see any of the other targets over here. I think what he can do, though, is next turn, I think he can spend all of his movement to go up 1 hex, but he's just not going to be able to fire this turn, unfortunately. Okay. Last movement for them is the assassin, who ground towards lowest health enemy, and he can jump. Oh boy, that's not good. I didn't realize he can jump. Crap. That is bad. Let's see. So it'd normally be 15, 12, so you can jump 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Oh boy. Yep, well, It is what it is. He's going to go after the Star Slayer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, he can get there. Okay, he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to there. Let's jump. Oh boy. Okay. Well, based on that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my combat intuition for my Banshee. This is where he gets to move and resolve his firing before anybody else, before his target can uh, fire. So move or fire. Basically, it resolves at the same time. So I'm going to use that. It's only once every 3 turns, but he can move 4 hexes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And he is going to fire on to the assassin. So it's skill 3, nothing for range. 4, 5, 6, 7 for his TMM. And oh, you know what? I forgot to do the overheat. I think I overheated. Oh, you know what? I forgot to add the overheat tokens. That's what I'm forgetting. Okay. I think I did overheat 2 last time, which actually sucks because now that's really going to limit his movement. So it's double 4, so he can move 2 hexes basically. If I move to there. Ah, crap. I don't think I can get into a spot where I can see the assassin. Because he's only got 2 hexes of movement now. 1, 2. If I go here, it's going straight through that building, and it's going to be enough cover that he can't see him. I would need to get to here, which I don't have enough movement for, without sprinting. If I sprint, I can't fire. I would have to get to here. Crap. Well, sorry, Star Slayer, but oh, you know what? Playing the objective, I think he wouldn't actually fire onto the Star Slayer because you would want to scan him. So, but yeah, I'm not going to be in a position where I can get the Banshee in there to fire, but at least I'm going to go 1, 2 this way so I can get up to the Bushwhacker. But I'll still use the combat intuition so I can resolve. Actually, do I want to? Because no, I can't do enough damage to him to. Yeah, it's not worth using. I'll save it then. Okay. So that is everyone. Shooting time. So the assassin is going to try to scan. But he's got to survive. We'll just go down the order here. So Demolisher is going to fire onto the Crusader. Skill 4. 5, 6 for range. Actually, he can't see him because these hexes are in the way here. It goes the full hexes there. Actually, no, looking at it, it's probably only half cover. Because he's far enough, yeah. I'll say it's half, but he'll get the partial cover bonus then. Alright, so skill 4, 5, 6 for range, 7 for TMM. Oh, wait a minute. No, he can't see him. Because this, he's on a level 1, or on level 0. The Demolisher is level 1, so is this, so he can't see over the road there. Yeah, so he can't fire. Okay. If the road wasn't there, he could see him, but... Alright. Bushwhacker is going to fire onto the Banshee. So, skill 4. Nothing for range, because it's short range. 5 for TMM. Yep. So 3 dice, or no, yeah, 3 dice, short range, hitting on 5s. Oh, God, critical. All right, all 3 hit, and I got to roll a crit. Man. Nine is no critical. Phew, lucked out. All right, so that's Bushwhacker. Scorpion will fire next. Scorpion's going to fire onto the Crusader. It's the only one you can see. So again, it's going to be 2/3 cover though. So yeah, I don't think you can see him. Because he is here. Yeah, that's definitely going to be like 2/3 cover go because it's going to go out to this line here. Yeah, it's going to be 2/3 cover, so you can't see him. So we'll flip over. Scorpion's done. Mongoose and Griffin. Mongoose can definitely fire. So skill 4. 5, 6 for the fire control critical. 7, 8 for range. 9 for TMM. So 2 dice hitting on 9s. Nope, nothing. Alright, Griffin is the last one. So, because he's farther back, I think you could see him, but he'll have partial cover. Yeah, definitely partial cover. Because he's to the side and he's farther back. Okay. So, skill 3, 4, 5 for jumping, 6, 7 for range, 9 for TMM, 10 for partial cover. So 2 dice hitting on 10s. Nope. Misses. Alright, that is everyone. So my turn to fire. Oh, actually, I forgot to do BSP. They lost, so they'll do their BSP first. I forgot to flip over the long time. Only thing they have left that they can use is the Light Strike. And I think they would try to drop it onto the Star Slayer. Do I have anything I can defend with? Yes. So Light Strike is going to be easiest to defend with light air cover, so I'll use that. And it's going to be a 3+ to block it. Got it. Okay. Light air cover gone. Light strike gone. Alright. I think I'll try to use my light strike then. Who do I want to use it on? It's not worth using it on the Mongoose. Because he's getting away anyway. Or he's trying to get away. I think I'll try to drop it onto the Assassin, just to have less damage that the Star Slayer would have to do to him to get him under force withdrawal or destroy him. So it's a 5+ for 1 point of damage. Got it. So that's my light strike gun. 1 point of damage. So that's all of his armor gone. Takes one more hit, he'll be under force withdrawal, but 2 will get him to, will destroy him. Okay. That's BSP. So we'll fire Star Slayer. And Star Slayer is skill 4. He's got 2 heat, so that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 for TMM. Short range is 3. Yeah, I think he'll just overheat 2. He'll shut down at the end of this turn, but I think I need to give myself best chance of being able to take him out. So hitting on 10s, and he's going to roll 5 sets of dice. I got 1. It will trigger a critical, though, and he's under force withdrawal. But it's not enough to destroy him, so unless I get lucky here with this critical roll, they are going to get that objective for scanning. 8 is weapon hit. Alright, so we'll come back to that at the end of the turn, because he will scan him, and he is under force withdrawal. Next, Banshee is going to fire onto the Bushwhacker. So, skill 3, 4, 5 for heat. Nothing for range. 6, 7 for TMM. So 4 dice hitting on 7s. And got 2 of them. Okay. Regent cannot see anyone. So Crusader will fire onto, he can't see the Scorpion, can't see the Demolisher, so it's either going to be the Mongoose or the Griffin. He's going to be easier shot. It's going to be skill 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, still medium range. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to hit the Griffin, or 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's 10s either way. Oh, wait a minute. Did I do this wrong? I thought I did the Banshee that overheated, but I think it was the Crusader? I don't know. I forgot which one I overheated to... Alright, we'll just play it like it is. I think I might have gotten that backwards. Sorry about that, people watching. You're probably yelling at me that I got this wrong, but I think I used overheat on the... Oh, God, that changes everything. Well, I've already played it, but yeah, I think I got the Banshee and the Crusader mixed up, but I'll just play it as it is now. It's already happened. So, I think the bigger priority would be I try to take out the Griffin. And he's 4 damage at medium range, hitting on 10s. I think I will do the overheat too, though. Just so I can have the most chances of damaging him. So 6 dice hitting on 10s. Ah, oh, God, none of them. That stinks. Lots of 8s. Oh, it is what it is. Okay, that is everyone. Let me clear TMM. This goes away. They also get the objective for successfully scan 50%, so that's 100 points to them. So let me go over here. Okay, I could still win this, but I basically got to prevent them from destroying one of my mechs and getting away with half their forces, so it's going to be hard. All right. Sniper. 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 Skirmisher. Striker. Striker. Okay. Turn 4. Initiative time. I can use my tactical genius, but I don't think I'm going to need to. Got 12. They rolled well, but it's 9, so they lost. So I have 5 units to my 4, so they'll go 2, 1, then 1, 1, 1, I think. Something like that. So first is going to be, looks like the Scorpion. And if first, sprint to as far away as you can get infused enemies in line of sight. So they got their movement, their full movement back. So if he sprints, he can move 12 hexes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, you could basically get to the edge. I think it's just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to there. But he's not going to be withdrawing. He's just getting out of there. He does not want to get fired on going first. Alright, Scorpion. Next I think will be the Bushwhacker. So ground to where most enemies in line of sight. And woods cover for most enemies. So he's got 5 hexes that he can move. 2. I think he's going to move back this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which at least give him some partial cover. Bushwhacker. Okay. Now, the Star Slayer can't move because he's shut down. So that'll be my movement for this turn. So that'll be a standstill, which I think is 4. Yeah, 4. Next is going to be, looks like the Griffin. Stand still if you have woods cover from all enemies and at least one enemy within line of sight. So yeah, I think he's got that. So he's just going to stand still. Griffin. Now I need to move one. Let's see. It's an extra. It's going to be 2 extra hexes to go up 2 levels. So I think he's just going to go 1 hex for the movement, 2, 3 to go up to level 2, and then I'll be as far as he can go. Okay. And now they gotta move 2, and then I move 1. So let's see. Next is gonna be the mongoose, and he's just gonna withdraw. So 10 hexes. 1, 2. Actually, what he's gonna do is he's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This way, hopefully no one can shoot at him, and he'll be gone at the end of this turn. Oh wait, that's actually not how they play this. Aces plays it where you always need to be able to fire on someone, unless it says otherwise. So I think he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to there. Yeah, I think he's going to go that way. This way he can still at least fire on someone as he gets off the board. Alright, mongoose. Then I gotta move 2. Or no, I'm sorry, I gotta move 1. So overheat 2 is going to be a -4 movement. So that brings him down to 4 movement. So you can move 2 hexes. 1, 2. It's as far as you can go. And then next will be the assassin. And yeah, I think the assassin is just going to. Oh, he's got to move, so he's got to get out of here. So he's going to jump because he's under forced withdrawal. So he's going to jump 7 hexes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to there. And that's a jump. And then I think they have to move. Yeah, they should move 1 more because I won initiative, so I should go last. Demolisher. Ground towards 9 hexes from all enemies. So he's going to go. Well, he can only move 3, so I think he's going to go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's not 9 to the region, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It is 10 hexes to the Crusaders. That's as far as he can get. Okay, and last one to move is the Banshee, and he's got 2 heat tokens. So that's going to be -4 to his movement. So he can move 2 hexes. 1, 2. And if you notice, it changes it to a 6 because the 2 heat reduces his TMM to 0. So that's what it's representing there. It's representing that he has no TMM. Same here with the Crusader, because it reduces the TMM from 1 to 0. All right. I think that's everyone. So BSP, they have nothing offensive left that they can use, and neither do I, so we don't have to worry about BSP for the rest of the game. We'll just start with their firing. So the Demolisher is going to fire onto the highest TMM, which is going to be the region that he can see. So it's skill 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, medium range. That's 6 for range, 7 for TMM, and he does 4 dice at medium range, so looking for 7s. Oh god. All 4 hit. Jeez. Okay. One, two, three, 4. All right, that is the Demolisher. Bushwhacker is going to fire closest range, although the only one you can fire on is the Banshee. So skill 4, 5, 6 for range. He is next to Hex for partial cover, so 4, 5, 6, 7, nothing for TMM. So I think he's hitting on 7s. Medium range is 3 dice. Looking for 7s. 1 hit. All right. Who's next? Scorpion sprinted, so he can't fire. Mongoose can't destroy anyone. Lowest TMM. So lowest TMM is going to be the Crusader. So skill 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's going to be a long range. So skill 4 plus 4 is 8. 9 for partial cover. Nothing for TMM. So actually he can't do damage at long range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Regent is still in medium range, though, so he would fire on the Regent instead. So 4, 5, 6, 7 for TMM. Oh, I forgot the 8, 9 for the fire control hit. So he's firing on... He's hitting on 9s, 2 dice. Just missed. Okay. That was the Mongoose. The Assassin cannot see the Star Slayer, So instead, he will fire onto the Crusader, who's going to get partial cover. So he's got a -1 damage. Actually, he cannot do any damage. He can't fire. So, yep, he will not fire then. Last is the Griffin, who is going to fire on lowest TMM, which will be the Crusader. So, skill 3, -1 for the standstill is 2, 4 for range, 5 for partial cover. So 2 dice hitting on 5s. And got both of them. First damage the Crusader is taken. Alright, that is everyone from the OpFor. So, well, I think the Regent would try to fire onto, even though it's kind of a waste, I think we want to try playing the objective. We lost the objective for scanning, so the next one is going to be for preventing their forces from getting away and not destroying one of our mechs. They have to get half their forces away, which let's see, 6, 7. So we'll say let's say they have to get 4 away. So if I could prevent that from getting away, then I don't think, unless everyone else gets away, I don't think they can get that objective. So I think it's important to try to take out the mongoose. So Regent skill 2, short range, or not a short range, medium range. Skill 2, 4, 5 for medium range, 6, 7, 8, 9 for TMM. So 6 dice, hitting on 9s, just need 1 to hit. You know what? Just for the hell of it, I think I will do the overheat just to give myself that 1 extra chance. Because he does have overheat 1. So we'll roll 7 dice, hitting on 9s. Let me double check the math. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, it's 8s, isn't it? Hang on. Skill 2, 4 for range, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 8s. So, 7 dice looking for 8s. Oh, got one and got the critical. So he's destroyed. Let me roll the critical, just see what it is. Fell over. So that is going to be a 7, which is a MP hit. But the mongoose is destroyed. So prevented the mongoose from getting away. So that's good. And what is a striker? So now I think they have to get all of their remaining forces away. Or no, at least 4 of them. I think, yeah. So all but 1 of them need to get away in order to get the objective, and they still need to destroy or cripple one of my mechs. So that was the Regent. Crusader will fire onto the Griffin. So skill 4, 5, 6 for the overheat. 7, 8 for range, nothing for TMM. So 8s. And 4 dice at medium range. Hitting on 8s. And got all but 1. So that's good. So 3. 1, 2, 3. And then I'll roll for the critical because of damage structure. Oh, 3 is an engine hit. So he's going to be generating heat every time he fires. Okay. That's those two. Star Slayer. Wait, was that this round? Oh, yeah, that was this round. So he'll start up at the end of this round. So he can't fire. Last then is the Banshee, who to be the easier target here. Skill 3, 4, 5 for heat, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 for partial cover. Or no, he wouldn't have partial cover because he's up 1 level. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11s to hit the assassin. Or it's going to be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to hit the bushwhacker. I think we'll go after the bushwhacker. So medium range, 4 dice hitting on 9s. Ooh, got a crit. So 2 damage. And I'll roll a crit. Oh, it rolled over. Okay, 8 is weapon hits. Weapon hits. Okay. And that is everyone. Clear all TMM. So Star Slayer will start back up now, so I can clear the heat tokens. He's still got the 2 criticals, the movement hit and the engine hit that he took. So that's going to be rough. And with 4 structure, I think he's just going to try to stay out of the way as much as he can. So let's see. Skirmisher. Striker. And then sniper. 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 Skirmisher. Striker. Sniper. 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 And we'll roll for initiative. 7. Okay, 1 initiative again. So they've got 5 left. I've got 4, so they'll move 2. I'll move 1. Let's see. First is going to be the... Looks like it's going to be the poor Scorpion again. So he's going to sprint, and he's going to try to get as far away as he can. Jeez. Okay. Well, I mean, it does say sprint, so I guess. He can move how many hexes? 8 hexes. 1, 2, 3. Well, hang on. That's going to be, if he sprints, that'll be 24 inches, so he can move 12 hexes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think he's just going to park it there. Because then hopefully he can't be seen by anyone. Oops, not a standstill. That is a sprint. Scorpion. Next will be the Griffin. Ground to 12 hexes from nearest enemy. I don't think he can get to a spot where he's going to be 12 away, because it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Well, farthest he can get is going to be the edge over here, but that's what he's going to do. And he's got engine hit, yeah. So it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to there, I think. Not withdrawing, but he's just trying to get as far away as he can, still be able to fire on my guys. So now I need to move 1. God, I really don't want to move the Star Slayer. Where he can get shot at, especially by the bushwhacker. Oh, and I need to try to take out. Yeah, I'll hold off on moving the Star Slayer until I see what the assassin's going to do, because I don't think he can actually get a shot on him, to be honest. No, he probably could, because these are level 1 buildings here. Alright, we'll move the Regent up, so he's got 1 heat, so he can move 4 inches, 2 hexes. So he's going to go 1, 2 to there. Next, they've got 3 left. I've got 3 left, so we'll just trade off 1 and 1. So next will be the assassin, and he's just going to book it off the board, or try to. So he's going to jump, and he can jump 7 hexes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, he can actually get off the board. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, he'll try to go there. All right. Now I'll try to move the Star Slayer, and he's going to jump. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excuse me. I think he's going to try to jump. He's going to be screwed if the bushwhacker goes after him, though. Maybe I'll hold off. So Banshee instead will move, and he can move 4 hexes. We're going to go... Or no, not 4 hexes. He can only move 2 hexes because he's got the 2 overheat. So he's going to go 1, 2 to there, I think. All right. Next will be the Bushwhacker, and lowest health enemy is not yet moved into woods cover for most enemies. So he can move 5. So I think he's going to go... I think he's going to go... Well, if he goes there, can he fire onto the... Let's see. Actually, it doesn't go through that hex. So yeah, he'll move there. He'll go... oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the Bushwhacker. Next will be the Crusader, and he's got 2 hexes he can move. 1, 2, go up to there. Then I think last is the Demolisher. Stand still if no enemies within 6 hexes and at least 1 enemy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it's just barely. Okay, so that being the case, ground to line of sight with enemy with lowest health. He's not going to be able to get woods cover. Well, he can go here, I think. This is going to go, oops. 1, 2, 3 to there. So at least he'll have some partial cover from the roundabout there. Then last is the Star Slayer. So if he jumps... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's not going to be able to see the assassin. But if he goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to there, it'll be better shot. Yeah, I think he's going to try to go after the assassin. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think, to there. Yep. Okay. That is everyone. No BSP, so they'll fire first. The assassin cannot fire because he took the fire control hit. The scorpion cannot fire because he sprinted. So we'll do Bushwhacker is going to fire. Oh, we'll just go in order. We'll do Demolisher is going to fire at lowest health, lowest TMM. So lowest health is going to be the Crusader. Level 1, even though they're at the same height, the Crusader rises above level 1 instead of level 2, so you should be able to see him over the road there. So skill 4, 5, 6 for range. Actually, I don't think you can see him because I think this level 2 is in the way. Yep, that level 2 is definitely in the way. because center to center, yep, it definitely goes through that hex. So yep, can't see it. So in that case, he'll fire onto the regent, who he should be able to see because he's higher than him, and there's no intervening hexes that block the height. So skill 4, nothing for range, 5 for TMM. So I think he's going to be hitting on 5s. That's crazy. Short range, 4 dice hitting on 5s. Jeez, all of them hit, looks like. Yep. That's going to be a critical roll, too. 1, 2, 3, 4. Crap, crap, crap. Six is a weapon hit. Man, this is going to be brutal going into the next track, because I got one more track this month, and these guys have taken critical damage, which means that they won't be available for the next track, so I'm going to be way down on... Oh, well, we'll see. Okay, so that's Demolisher. Bushwhacker will fire onto the Star Slayer because he's going to go after... He can't destroy it, but he's going to go after the lowest health. So, skill 4... yeah, skill 4, 5, 6 for range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, just barely. It's just still in medium range. Skill 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for TMM. And he took a weapon hit, so it's going to be -1. So it's going to be 2 dice at medium range, hitting on, what do we say, 8s? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. 2 dice hitting on 8s. And just 1 hits. But that is going to be another critical roll. Uh, 6 is weapon hit. Alright. It's Bushwhacker. Last is the Griffin, who's going to fire on... Can't destroy anyone, but lowest TMM and no cover. Well, lowest TMM is going to be the Crusader. So it's going to be skill 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Just barely in medium range. So skill 3, 4, 5 for medium range. Nothing for TMM. There's no cover in the way. So 3, 4, 5. I think he's hitting on 5s. And he's going to generate a heat token, so I'll put that on now. So 5, 2 dice hitting on 5s. And both hit. Okay. That's everyone for them. 1 second. Sorry about that. Just had to take a quick call. So, let's see. Well, first, let's start with the Star Slayer is going to try to fire onto the assassin to prevent him from getting away. So, um, he'll generate a heat token from the engine hit they took. So I'm going to just put that on now so I don't forget it. So skill 4, 5, 6 for range, 7, 8 for jumping, 9, 10, 11, 12. Jeez. It's going to be 12s to hit, I think. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep. 12s to hit. I think he'll do overheat 2. So I'll add 2 more overheat tokens just to get the maximum number of chances. So that'll be 5 sets of dice hitting on 12s. Just needs 1. Oh, and he got it. That's all that he needed. Alright, so destroyed. Let me just roll the critical. Just probably doesn't matter because there's no salvage, but 7. That's going to be a MP hit. MP hit. Oop, there we go. Okay, assassin is destroyed. That was a striker. So all their strikers are gone now, so I'll move the card over here just so it's not as confusing. Assassin. So now the only way that they can get, they still need to destroy one of my mechs. Or destroy cripple, and they still need to get half their forces away, which is going to be all 4 remaining mechs. So we'll see what happens. Okay, that was Star Slayer. Banshee is going to fire on to the... Probably the easier hit would be the Bushwhacker. So skill 3, 4, 5 for heat, 6, 7 for range, 8, 9 for TMM, 10 for partial cover. So 4 set of dice hitting on 10s. I think let me double check the math. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep. So 4 dice hitting on 10s. Just 1. That at least is his armor gone. Okay. Next will be the Regent. I think he's going to fire onto the Griffin. So skill 2, 3 for overheat, 4, 5 for range, 6, 7 for TMM. So 6 dice hitting on 7s. Three. That actually is enough to destroy him. Just barely, but it's enough. It says that did damage structure. Let me roll critical. Oh, it should be turn 5. Forgot. 7 is a MP hit. Okay. Griffin is gone. Okay, so now they cannot get the objective because they have to have at least half their forces get off the map, and they can't do that anymore. So that'll be 100 points to me, so it's now tied. So I basically just need to prevent them from destroying one of my mechs to win this. But to finish out this round, Crusader will fire onto the Demolisher. That's going to be skill 4, 5-6 for heat, 7-8 for range, 9 for TMM. So hitting on 9. Oh wait, did we say that we couldn't see him? Yeah, we said we couldn't see because this is intervening. So he'll just cool down then. And that's everyone. So we will clear all TMM. Turn 6. Sniper, skirmisher, sniper, skirmisher, sniper, sniper. All right, roll for initiative. 9 versus my 7. I think I will use my tactical genius to re-roll that. Looking to beat a 9. Nope, still 7. Okay, so going first. I've got 4 left. They've got 3 left, so I got to move 2, and then we'll alternate 1s. So first thing is I think my Star Slayer is just going to bug out. So he's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back to there. It'll be a jump. And at the end of this turn, he'll, because he can't fire at anyone, he's just going to burn off all of his heat. So I'll just do that now. Next, I really don't like my regent being there. I think the regent's just going to back up 1, 2, 3 to there. That hex does not set off the mines, though. It's these 2. Hopefully that'll be far enough back so that the Demolisher can't hit them, but we'll see. Alright, now they gotta move. So first will be the Scorpion. This poor Scorpion. If first, ground to 30, so 15 hexes and line of sight to most enemies. Woods cover for most enemies. Okay. At least this time he'll actually try to fire on someone. Okay. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to there, I think. So he can potentially. Why is. There we go. So he could potentially fire on the Banshee. Okay. So I've got 2 left, they've got 2 left, so just alternate 1 and 1. think the Banshee is going to move up 1, 2, as far as he can get with his heat. And next to go will be the Bushwhacker. So if stand still if enemies within 12 hexes and line of sight with TMM 1 or less. Yes, so he'll stand still to try to hit the Banshee. Last one to move for me will be the Crusader. And he cooled off last round, so you can now move 4 hexes. One, 2, 3, 4 to there. Okay, and whoops, I accidentally moved him. Alright, so last then to go is the Demolisher, who will stand still if no enemies within 6 hexes, but there is, so ground to line of sight to enemy with lowest health. So yeah, he's basically going to try to move far enough away so he can still fire on the Regent. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3 to there, I think. Okay. I lost initiative, so I will fire first. Actually, I don't think I've used it yet. I think I'm going to try to use combat intuition and try to fire on the Bushwhacker, so he can't fire back. So skill 3, 4, 5 for heat, nothing for TMM, 6, 7 for range, 4 dice hitting on 7s. And 3 hit. Yep. All but 1 hit, looks like. Yep. So 3. Actually, that's enough to kill him. Yep. That is enough to destroy him. So he can actually not fire back because that was the combat intuition. So it actually resolves before he can fire. So, yep, he is dead. Let me roll the critical. 5, I think, is no crit. Yeah, no crit. But he is destroyed, and he cannot fire because it takes effect immediately. That's Skirmisher, so that's the last Skirmisher gone, so I'll take that away. Let's see. So that was the Banshee. The Scorpion and the Star Slayer can't see each other, but I was not going to fire anyway. Let him cool down. So now we'll do the Regent onto the Demolisher. Skill 2, 3 for heat. 4, 5 for TMM, 6. Oh, wait, hang on. Skill 2, 3 for heat, 4, 5 for range, 6 for TMM. And he's got the -1 damage, so he'll do 5 now at medium range. So 5 dice hitting on, what was it? 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 second. All right. Sorry about that. Skill 2, 3 for overheat, 5, 6. Oh, wait. No, hang on. Skill 2, 3 for overheat, 4, 5 for range, 6 for TMM. Yep, 6s, and he's rolling 5 dice now. 5 dice hitting on 6s. And all but 1. No crit. One, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Last for my firing will be the... oh, I keep forgetting to do the -1 for the Bloodstalker. See, there's a lot to remember in Battletech. Alright, that could have made a big difference there, but that's alright. So, yeah, obviously Demolisher will be his Bloodstalker target. So, skill 4, -1 for Bloodstalker is 3... 4, 5 for range, 6 for TMM, and he's doing 4 damage at medium range. So 4 hitting on 6s. And all 4 hits. That'll be a critical roll too. 1, 2, 3, 4. 7 on the chart for vehicles. 7 is no critical. Okay. Lucked out there. Alright, that is everyone for my side. So, next we'll do Demolisher. Lowest health, lowest TMM. So that's going to be the... Regent. So skill 4, 5, 6 for range, 7 for TMM. So 4 dice hitting on 7s. Oh my god. Oh my god. 3 hit, and there's a critical there. So I'm going to have to roll 2 criticals. So 1, 2, 3. He's under forced withdrawal, but I do have the Spirit to Core, which means he doesn't have to withdraw, although that might be a pretty good thing to do. Jeez. Alright. So, first critical. 4 is fire control hit. So that'll add a +2 to his hitting, to his to hit numbers. Second critical. Ooh, I saw that 6 there. 7, I think that's an MP hit. Yeah, MP hit. Jeez. That is a lot of criticals on my Regent here, and that's my biggest mech. That's my starting assault mech that I picked. Man, that is brutal. Okay. Well, last then is the Scorpion. Oh, actually, shit. That means he's crippled now. So let me toggle back over to the thing here. I think they just won. Let's see. They got the identify opposition, cripple, destroy at least 25% of the opponent's force. Yep, so that's 200 right there. I denied them the escape, so 100 there. So yeah, they just won with that. God, that sucks. All right, so let's go back here. Let me toggle back to TTS. So that gets them another 100 points. Oops. 200. So yeah, I can't win now because there's only 3 objectives, and they got 2 of them. They got the scan and they got the cripple 25% of my force. I got the prevent escape with half their force. Okay. Let me finish up the firing here. So that was the Demolisher. I think the last then to fire is the Scorpion, who's just going to fire onto the... I can't see the Star Slayer. So it's just going to fire onto the Banshee. Excuse me. Skill 4. 5/6 for range. Nothing for TMM. So I think it's going to be 6s, 2 dice at medium range, hitting on 6s. And they got 1. Okay. That is the end of turn 6. So turn 7, 2 turns left. So knowing this, I think they wouldn't fight to the death. They got 2 units left, so they can't win the objective for the getting half their force off. But they did get the scan 2 mechs, and they did cripple one of my mechs. So yeah, that gives them 200 points to my 100. So that'll be the end of the match. They're going to basically let us withdraw, or they would issue the thing to withdraw, because no matter what, we can't win. So yeah, we'll just withdraw then. They've won. That'll be the end of the track. So let me do post-track cleanup here. So first thing is, let me go back. Post-track cleanup. Combat pay. Loser of the track gets 250 times scale in SP. So I will get 500. So let me just add a couple of rows in here. Oops, hit the wrong thing. Because I'm going to need some extra ones here for all the stuff I'm going to do. Okay, so combat pay 3 of 4 this month. So I will get 500 combat pay because 250 times scale. I'm at scale 2. 0, 500. I'll do all the math and stuff later. Go back here. Pilot wounds or death. Didn't have any any units destroyed, so that's fine. There's no salvage, so I'll do all my support repairs. Next is purchase options. This is a little different because Chahar has special rules where there is you basically roll at the end of each track rather than at the end of each month. So I'm going to roll 1d6 and see what I get for purchase here. Actually, before I do that, I have to roll 2d6. At the end of each track, roll 2d6. On a 5+, there's a single mech for sale. On a 9+, there's 2. So let me toggle back over to TTS so you all can see this. So 2d6. Looking for a 5+ for 1, 9+ for 2. All right, got it. So there's 2 available. So I'll go ahead and roll 2 dice again. See what we get. A 1 and a 6. Ooh, the 6 is good. I think that is the... let's see. Yeah, that's the Phoenix Hawk 2C. So it's a baboon howler, which it's a light mech, but it's good for fire support. It has indirect fire. And then the Phoenix Hawk 2C. I'll have to look up the stats on that. I'm pretty sure that's an assault. So I'll have to double check on that. I might purchase that if I have the funds for it. Which I should probably have funds, but I should probably do my repairs and stuff for it. Actually, my repairs and stuff for everything are at 100%. So I'll do all that offline. So for future reference, just I'll take it offline, but I'll see if I purchase either of those mechs. Purchase options, no contract victory yet. But we got one more track to do this month, so I'll go ahead and roll for that. So I'll roll 1d6 for the track type. So I'll roll this one here. 3. So a 3 is going to be objective raid. I'm the defender. And then I'll roll the map sheet here. So I'll roll this twice because I'm going to put 2 maps together to see what we get. So 2d6 for objective raid, a 6 and 9. So 6 is business district and then park district. So we'll do an objective raid next time with me on defense, business district, and park district for new maps. So I think that's it for now. I'll make a note here just saying that so I remember for next time what we're doing. But yeah, this is a rough one. This is one where I think to now, I mean, I've lost to playing against aces before, but those were in different series, different tests that I've done before. But yeah, aces can be brutal sometimes. And this is a case where I thought I had this, going into this. It's hard to defend against the scanning, but because basically the mech has to survive to the end of turn. But the one that got me is as you can see, they had 2 mechs or 2 units left on the field, the Demolisher and the Scorpion. That Scorpion was sprinting away, but you know what? It saved him. It got him out of range until he could safely position himself to fire. And that's what's kind of really brilliant about aces. Even though this is just a beta version of it, it actually plays even smarter in the release version that you can see in some of the videos that the developers do on YouTube. But yeah, it plays smart, and when it's playing objectives and stuff, it knows how to handle it. And yeah, this is a case where I just got outplayed here. Yeah, I think I was a bit too aggressive in the final turns with my mechs that had already taken armor damage. And granted, the Regent wasn't going to be able to get away easily, so it was going to be tough to prevent him from getting hits taken. But yeah, that's going to hurt, because basically that means now that I have one more track. So because the Regent took structure damage and is crippled, and the Star Slayer took structure damage, that means neither one of those are going to be available for the next track. The Banshee and the Crusader just took armor damage, so they'll be available for the next track. But because the next track takes place in the same month, anything that's taking structure damage or crippling damage will not be available for the next track. So I've got the Regent and the Star Slayer out. So that means I'm going to have to field the Cataphract Rifleman and the Hoplite, and I'm not even sure if that's going to be enough to get me to the the cap. So what is that going to be? That's going to be 110 with 49 and 40. Actually, just barely, just barely. So if I basically field all 5 of those mechs, it'll get me to 199. So I will have enough to actually do the next track with this month without having to do a temp hire, which I don't know if there are any temp hires for this. Let's see, purchase options behind the scenes. Yeah, I don't think there's any temp hires for this this track. Oh no, there is. First time mercenary force able to field less than 2/3 maximum. So basically, I could take laser bait, which sounds like he's a former Solaris 7 gladiator that pilots a Hellion T. That's actually not bad. With a gunnery 3, so basically skill 3 and Alpha Strike. And there's also yeah, that's the only temp hire it looks like. So, but because I'm not below the 75% battle value, I can't take them. But yeah, that's it for now. So I hope everyone had a good time watching. And again, this just goes to show how aces can be a lot of fun to play against, and just with the right conditions and stuff, and even in beta, it can really smoke you. And as you can see, I mean, I took out, 5 of their mechs, and they still beat me on objectives just by scanning and taking out the crippling the region that has my commander in it. So yeah, that was a tough match there, and although it's probably not going to set me back too much as far as the contract is concerned, it's definitely going to make an impact with the next track and seeing what is going to take place there. Actually, that's one thing I still need to roll for. I'll do it on the recording right here, so you all can see it. Let me toggle back to the PDF here. Let me go down to the opposing force table. So scale 2, but this being objective raid with me on defense. So there's no modifiers there. So I think it's just going to be a straight 1d6 roll on scale 2. Yep, and we'll see what we get. Let me go ahead and toggle back over to TTS. So 1d6. 1. It's actually going to be the same force again, I think. Which, yeah, it's actually going to be the same force again. So I'm basically going to face the same lineup again, but with what I kind of consider my second line mechs, not my best ones. So considering they kicked my ass last time, it's probably going to be a tough match again. And objective raid is the one where they have to basically steal the stuff from the marked buildings. So basically, I either need to destroy more mechs than what they carry off, because every component they carry off is 50 points. Every mech destroyed gets me 50 points. So in order for me to win, I got to destroy more mechs than components they carry off. And they got a bunch of light, fast mechs, which means that they can potentially get a lot of stuff off, and yeah, it'll be interesting. So anyway, yeah, thanks for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed everything. Hopefully I didn't make too many mistakes. As always, leave a comment. Tell me what I did wrong, what I did well, what you'd like to see in the future, and hit like and subscribe. And we'll see you next time. Take care, everyone.